Que lo que, mi gente was good. We back at it again, Organic Fanatics. Just a quick little video, a quick little something for you guys. Talking about last night's game. Last night we played the Philadelphia 76ers. Yes, they were a beaten and depleted team for the most part. Salute to Grimes. At once a Nick, always a Nick. He's been playing well, trying to find himself a new team. A contract year coming up for him, so he did well. They played well. Feisty team. They fought back, considering they had almost nobody on their team. Was a great look for the New York Knicks. We sat Carl Anthony Towns with a sore knee, which I think that was just a way to let him get rest, and then see what we got with Mitchell Robinson on a team that's depleted. What can he give us with a lot of minutes? The first time we can take a look at him in an NBA setting with heavier minutes than the 12 to 14 he's been getting. He played about 27 minutes. Phenomenal game by him. He had 14 points, 14 rebounds. 7 of them were offensive, which is huge. That's key going in to the playoffs. So trying to see how he looks getting into rhythm. I thought we'd hold him for the Cleveland game, but it was good that he played this game where it's not going to be too much effort for him, so we can see how he does look with it. I don't know if we do a back to back with him against Cleveland, because I think there's too much hype. The top teams and blah blah blah. We're already depleted, so I don't know if we play him. I'm pretty sure maybe we play Cat. It's going to be interesting to see how we play Cleveland. But great game last night. Key to last night's game, even though it was a depleted team, is how do the others look? That's what I've been looking at probably the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Yes, everybody else is good, but our bench, as everybody's been talking about, our bench isn't producing. They're not doing anything. Um, and sorry if I'm rushing. I got to be at work in a couple of minutes here. But nonetheless, you had Mitchell Robinson played phenomenal. Great heavy minutes from him. That's something that we look forward to for the playoffs. You had Tyler Kolek come in. Tyler Kolek played 17 minutes. He played 17 minutes. He gave you 7 points, 7 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. He was a positive 12. Yes, he did have 4 turnovers, but that's the learning part of the NBA game, learning to play with starters, how they're going to see where you're trying to go. I'm pretty sure they're starting to talk about him now that he had so many so many assists and low turnovers, so they're trying to maybe hone in on him, which is a good thing so he can learn. A great game by him, and who I've been calling for a while, that I think he was really good. I think he's going to be a key contributor. I was surprised that it's taken him this long to get in shape, but he's back. Mr. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. They don't want to see Shamit shooting no more. Shamit had a phenomenal game, played 32 minutes, which again, just like Mitchell Robinson, it was great to see him get heavy minutes, get into some kind of rhythm, be confident. He shot 6 3 pointers, which I knew he was able to do that. I was waiting to see the Phoenix Shamit show up, and now we got him, so he's here. So that's going to be huge going into the playoffs for us. So having these guys get into rhythm, even though campaign is going to be out, you're more than likely to see a lot of Shamit until Cam gets back in. But Cam was playing really good prior to that injury. He had that 15-point first quarter. So they're going to be key for us later on going to the playoffs. So just as we need the right players at the right time, you don't want you don't want to rush McBride, and you don't want to rush Jalen Brunson. Although, speaking of Jalen Brunson, yes, he's cleared for basketball activities. I was thinking to hold him to playoff time, ideally, but I do think we do let him play a couple of games just so he can hit a 65 and up, which is that threshold that the NBA put in order to qualify for All NBA. He's definitely earned it this year. He played his butt off, All Star game, so he should deserve that. Even if he goes in for a couple of minutes and you play him small stints where at least he's playing in the game, even if it's a couple of minutes and then you pull him out, let everyone else play, just so he can get that qualifier and then find some rhythm. I think that's going to happen. I don't think the team, organization, or even himself lets him miss out All NBA for something small like this, even if it's for a couple of minutes. So I can definitely see that happen. Darrell Wright, who's in his place, who's taking over for Deuce as well as the other backup who's taking behind Cam. He gave you 12 points, 7 to 4. I'm sorry, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. He played in a few minutes on there, so he's playing very good, excellent. He's shooting the three. 10-year veteran. This is his 10th team, but I think he may have found a home depending on how many minutes he wants. But I think he's someone that we can definitely count on the bench. Good defender, good size guard, which is hard to find. 6'5", 6'6" guard, who can defend, who can shoot the three. Something we've been looking for, and we got him for cheap. Him and Shaman, I see as solutions going further down for our bench, even for next year. So I think they'll be keepers for the most part. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later on. But great game overall. Our bench contributed 41 points out of what you saw yesterday out of the 105. So the bench contributed 41 points, and it's including Precious Achua, who took 11 shots, got 9 boards, and only had 2 points. But he's looking for a shot. We're trying to get him into rhythm. So once he gets his timing and rhythm back, a little confidence. I'm not sure what it is with him, but I think he'll figure it out definitely before the playoffs. The fact that he got 9 rebounds and took 11 shots, even though some were short, they were more mental shots. I think he'll be fine. Josh Hart only played 32 minutes, and I say only because considering Josh Hart, him and Mikal played a small amount of minutes. And what about the two, Mr. Manhattan himself, OG Anunoby? The 212, Mr. Manhattan. I call him Mr. Manhattan because that's what his contract was. That's what the area code of Manhattan is. So that's what I call him, Mr. Manhattan. He has been on a tear. He's been on a tear. The last 5 games, over 25 points for 5 straight games, over 20 points for north of, I think this is the 11th game with 20 or more, just in time. He's playing at his best career level. He's done it with Brunson. He's done it without Brunson. He's done it with Cat. He's done it without Cat. He's done it with bench players. He's done it with starters. So you're seeing his consistency. Doesn't matter who's on the court. Give him the ball. Okay, we got Quo G, not Kawhi. We got Quo G. All right, that's what we got, the upgraded version. OG's been on a tear. He's just been a menace, a bully. You can't stop him, and that's the OG we want. So we got him right on time. Mikal Bridges is finding his rhythm. He's figuring it out with the bench, without the bench. He's doing really well as well. So main thing was OG and the bench is what I was worried about. Everybody else, I'm totally fine with. Mikal will figure it out. He's had a lot of game winners. He's had half-court shots. He's our best in the paint player besides Mitchell Robinson. His pull-up game with the short jumpers, the 2-point in the paint. He's our DeRozan with a shot, with a 3-point shot. He's our baby DeRozan. Once he gets into that confidence by next year, he's going to be taking over what DeRozan would have been for us. That's my comparison. Now, all that to say, great game, people in rhythm. This is just a warning to everybody who has high expectations on players. Don't get on the ledge tonight. Don't get on the ledge. Tonight's, yes, we're playing Cleveland. Yes, Cleveland is number one. Yes, we haven't beat a lot of top teams on there. Don't put too much stock in this game. We have everybody, our main players out. You got Jalen Brunson out. You got Deuce McBride. Who knows if Cat plays tonight? We don't know if Mitch is going to play a back-to-back. All we're looking at is 48 minutes of gameplay. Whatever it turns out, whether it's a win or lose, that's all that matters. Can we do 48 minutes? Don't put too much of what the ESPNs and all these other people are going to sell you, that it's a top team, Knicks is struggle, because you're going to hear the cap for the rest of this week, that they struggle. Can they beat them in the playoffs? That they got Cleveland over the Knicks in the playoffs if we lose this. Don't get on the ledge. Don't be that. Support your squad. It doesn't really mean much this game anyway. In the playoffs, all that good stuff is later. So I don't know if Mitch plays a back-to-back. It would be good to see him. But I just want 48 minutes of basketball. I really want to see what our others can do today. The same players that played yesterday's game. The DeLon Wright. How does Kolek look in a back-to-back? Can he adjust those turnovers he did yesterday? Can he produce like how he's been doing? He got 7 points. Can he get more points tonight? Can Darrell Wright exceed a 12 to 15? He's been averaging 10 plus points in every start that he's done, which is huge for someone who just got thrown in, barely played any games. He's playing confident. He found Mitch a couple of times, so he's finding others. He's getting to the paint. So he's doing all the things that he needs to do, the right type of basketball. He's doing everything really good. So I really want to see how he's going to do tonight, especially as a starter. Can he contain Darius Garland? How does he look against Garland? How does he look against Donovan Mitchell, if we do switches on him? How does Kolek look coming from the bench against their bench players? How does Precious Achua, can he get into rhythm now? He's going to play against Mobley. Does this competition bring out the best in him? Can he step up for that? So that's what I'm looking for. Can Shamit on a back to back? Can he continue this great play? Can he spread the court so that way Mitch or whoever's in the paint or Precious can do what they got to do? Can we drive to the basket because Shamit's out there hitting threes? Those are going to be important things we're looking at today and for future. That's what's key in tonight's game. It doesn't matter starters, heavy minutes. You definitely don't want to see that. You want to see, can the others do something tonight? Can we get on a run? Do they pull their players early? I'm looking from the first quarter, how we start, and the third quarter. And then after that, can we contain and answer their runs? So 3 stops after they make a run, how we come out in the first and third quarter. That's what I'm looking for, and then finishing the fourth, depending where we're at. So that's all I'm looking for tonight. It's not a trap game. Don't get on the ledge. Don't get on the ledge. I can hear it. I'm telling you, look, I'm hearing it tomorrow. Cleveland owns us. Blah blah blah. You're gonna hear all this crap. I'm telling you, just in case they win, I don't care because we're already undermanned. So if we play them full strength, I can get that. But I'm telling you, that's gonna be the story. So relax. Don't get on the ledge. Friday 5 p.m., Sunday 5 p.m. We'll be talking about all this, the other games, all this game this week, plus what we got coming up, and then see where the countdown begins. Let's go Knicks. We got another W. Right now we're at game seven games left in the season. This is going to be the seventh game. It's coming quickly. I think Brunson will probably be back by. I think he needs 5 more games. So within the next 2 games, you should see Brunson. If I'm not mistaken, if he's going to make All NBA, right after Cleveland, I think he'll be playing with us, in my opinion. Anyways, talk to you guys soon. Let's go Knicks. Let's get it. Support your squad. Be heavy with it. Let's go.